developed world. They started vaccinating boys around 2011, thereabouts, and it's just that the two reasons why girls first. One is that the commonest problem that human papillomavirus causes, other than warts, is cervical cancer.
Yes.
So that's why we target the girls. And second is that the other cancers, the penile cancer, human papillomavirus is very funny. Causes all kinds of cancers: penile cancer, vulval cancer, vaginal cancer, anal cancer, oral cancer, all of them. But all the others are so little, so we target the girls first because the cervical is the biggest. And the second is the cost.
Okay.
Because it really, really does cost a lot.
All right. So now that we're talking about the HPV virus, it is important to do screening. We have emphasized that, but there are two types of screenings here, the pap smear and the HPV test. What is the difference between the two, Anne?
The difference between HPV DNA screening and pap smear is that HPV DNA looks for the presence of the virus in the body, but a pap smear, it looks for cellular changes that happen in the cervix after you've been infected by HPV and that actually progress to form cancer, precancerous lesions in the body. Yes.
And why is it important to actually do HPV tests as opposed to doing a pap smear on a regular?
I'll say when you do an HPV DNA screen, you're given a window before you do another test, that is 5 years. But a pap smear, the sensitivity is too low that you have to keep on redoing your pap smear every other year. Yeah.
Okay, so Dr. what are we saying? With the HPV tests, are we now going back to saying the regular annual pap smear appointment can be put aside and we can now use the HPV test?
When somebody is found to have high-risk HPV,
yes,
they will do pap smear every year.
Aha.
If they are found to not have the high-risk HPV, that's when they are told to repeat the HPV in 5 years or to do the pap smear in 5 years. Because it takes that kind of time for the cervix to change from normal to abnormality. It takes about 5 years. So if somebody has not got HPV, they don't need to really do a pap smear until about 5 years later.
Okay.
But if they have HPV, they must do pap smear.
Every year?
Every year.
Okay, so they say every day in Kenya at least 8 women die from cervical cancer. So we cannot stop to emphasize how important screening is. And as we've heard from the ladies, they said privacy issues, religious issue, a man or a woman seeing my nakedness, many things that keep them from going for that test. But now we have a HPV self-test kit, and Anne is going to show us how this works. And this definitely goes a long way in giving the privacy that most women actually want, but still do the screening, right?
Yes. So, you know, many women keep away or shy away from screening because they feel that they're being intruded to. They don't want to feel the pain because of use of speculum. Some are metal speculums, others are just single use. But the idea of just going somewhere and actually doing your legs for a gynecologist to intrude is, the experience is not pleasant at all. So this is an self-collection kit. It's not a self-testing, but a sample collection kit where someone can actually collect cervicovaginal specimen at home, at the comfort of their home and privately. This is how it looks like, and it's pink in color. Yes.
All right. Now, I must say at this point that I have actually done the HPV self-test, and I got my results, and I'll be telling you more about that in a moment. But I'm curious to know how exactly to ensure that you collect the specimen and do not contaminate it.
All right, so this device was designed by women, for women, and it's specially designed for collecting of vaginal material. So this is how it looks like, and the parts, this is a pink plunger, we have a pink cap, and the transparent casing, and we have very fine bristles that cannot actually harm or scratch your vaginal area, so you can be comfortable about it. So this is how you go about it. It's usually packaged like this. So when you get yours, you make sure that your hands are very sterile. You wash your hands first, and then you remove the brush from the packaging and make sure not to throw away the packaging. And then you hold your index finger and your thumb and you remove the cap and place it somewhere that it's clean. So, and then you assume a comfortable position. When you assume, then you you insert this brush in your vagina up to the insertion indicator wings. This shows you how far you can go.
Okay.
You push the plunger up, and then this device has feedback click sounds that shows you how many times you can collect a sufficient amount of material. So each click sound, it's 1 rotation. So you at least have 5 rotations to do a maximum adequate sample. Then you retract the plunger, and then you cap it. You return the brush in the packaging,
yes,
and then you send it to the lab for testing.
Okay, so Daktari, this looks very convenient. I used it and it's actually pretty comfortable, very quick to use, and you do it in the comfort of your privacy and then pass it on now to the labs. Is it something that is available to us in a chemist, or do I have to get it from a gynecologist?
Actually, it's available in the pharmacists and chemists.
No, most right now.
Laboratories.
Yeah, laboratories.
Laboratories, yeah.
Okay, so would you advise going forward, if you're shy about going to your gyne, that you look into the next lab and ask if they do have the HPV self-test kit?
Oh yes, oh yes. It's a good checkup. Very good.
Yeah.
And it tells you whether you're at risk of cervical cancer or other kinds of cancers, or whether you're at risk of transmitting the same to other people.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very good test indeed.
All right. And going forward, what would you like to emphasize? Again, as long as you're doing the HPV virus test, what should the lady still come to you as a gyne?
Oh yes, they will still have to come.
Why?
Because again, laboratory is not 100%. We could miss some high risk viruses, but also because the cervical changes are such that, especially, and I must emphasize this, especially in people who are HIV positive, it could take, whereas it takes about 5 years for the lady to change from normality when the HPV hits. It takes about 5 years or so to change from normality to bad changes.
Yes.
It takes about 6 months for the same lady who is HIV positive. They seem to work together. So especially the HIV positive people, they need pap smear like routine, whether or not they are self-testing with the DNA or not. But yes, this is a good thing, and it keeps women at peace, and it's a good thing because it will make somebody know that they are not at risk of getting cervical cancer.
Yes.
But they must keep a check on it. If somebody is negative today, they must check again 5 years to come to see if they have high risk. Thereafter, they must keep checking.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how long does the results take after we've given in the specimen to the labs?
The turnaround time is 1 to 2 days after you have submitted your sample for testing, where you get results for the high risk, the 12 genotypes. We pull them together, and then you have type 16 and type 18. We do simultaneous detection.
Okay, and most ladies again are asking, this lab person that I'm giving my specimen, how do I ensure that they do not go talking to every Tom, Dick and Harry about my status?
Okay, when we work in the lab or any other healthcare professional, they have signed confidentiality agreements with the facilities they work from. So from where I work from, we deal with barcodes. We give a unique identifier for each patient. So most of the time we don't deal with the patient names, but the unique identifier. And I think ethically people are not supposed to do that.
And what happens in as far as the follow-up is concerned? So somebody has done it at their privacy, have brought it, and it's positive. What is the follow-up?
Most of the time we hook them up with the gynecologist to help them do further management. We give them interpretation of their results. If they're high risk, we tell them we interpret for them, this is now you have high risk HPV detected. Some may want to watch and wait and repeat after 1 year to see actually if it cleared or not.
Okay.
Yes.
And we are insisting on first the screening and also the interpretation from the gynecologist. When it comes to you, what does interpretation looks like? What does it involve?
Once we are told that we have high risk HPV, whichever type, then we will recommend that the lady does a pap smear. It's the pap smear now that will inform us whether there is need to take any action on the cervix or not. Now, people who are 25 years and below, because their immunity is very good, they can have HPV today and no HPV in a year or two. Their immunity will have kicked it off. That, however, does not rule doing the pap smear this space of time when they are kicking off the HPV, because they are not sure that they will be able to kick it off. But you can have HPV positive if you are below 25. In another 2 years, it is actually negative. So because we can catch it just as soon as it catches somebody, and as the body is doing its job to remove it, so we can fight it then, but it may be kicked off.
I'm curious to know, somebody has come, it is positive and it needs urgent intervention. What does intervention entail? There
is actually no intervention. HPV is a virus. Once we find it, we are not going to treat. We're going to wait for your body either to remove it or to stay with it. If it does stay, what happens? Now, if it does stay with it, that's where the trouble comes, because if it does stay with it, then it changes the cervix or all the other organs towards cancer. So the interventions we talk about is not to remove HPV. The only intervention about HPV is vaccination, because it will help to kick off the HPV. Yes. But once the HPV has set in the system, there's nothing we can do except watch whether it is changing those other organs towards cancer. And it's the intervention is checking the cervix to see whether it is changing, and then the intervention is to deal with the changes of the cervix, not with the HPV. Okay. Yeah. And Anne, you had mentioned that there is a caveat in as far as who can use the HPV self-test kit.
Yes, it is recommended from the National Cancer Guidelines for women above 25 years of age. If someone is having heavy menses, we tell them to wait until you're done, or if someone is pregnant, we tell them to wait until you've given birth to do the HPV self-test. Yes.
Okay, and so 25 and above is recommended to use. So under that, just go for a pap smear?
Yes, and the reason for 25 is because below 25, many women will be able to immunally remove it.
Okay, now again, as I started off the conversation that every woman, no woman should succumb to cervical cancer. Screening is one step in ensuring that you catch it early. What do you do as a gynecologist in the confines of your offices to ensure that it does not develop to cervical cancer?
Once the pap smear is done, there are stages of pap smear. There is a normal pap smear, or there is what we call an infected pap smear, or there is what we call low-grade pap smear, then we call high-grade pap smear, then we call now cancer. So in between, from low-grade and infection, that one we sort of treat and watch. Okay. Once it hits high-grade, then we have to intervene. Or when we get the pap smear saying high grade or saying cancer, then we have to intervene. And there are several ways of intervention. Mainly at that stage is operation. We can remove just the area of the cervix that is, there's a specific area that is affected by human papillomavirus in the cervix that changes to cancer. So we are able to actually remove that area. And once that area is removed, one will never get cervical cancer, because that's the particular area where it hits. So between high risk and very early cancer, we can do that. We can remove that bit of the cervix, and the woman remains the same and actually remains fertile and can get babies thereafter.
Oh, excellent. Yes. That is good news, definitely. Yes. So, Anne, even as we seek for the HPV self-test kits, where can we get them, and are they found in Mashinani?
What we do, we are creating awareness to women all over the country. We're even working with the Ministry of Health to sensitize the women and tell them to increase the uptake and coverage of women who are afraid to go for a pap smear, because others know it is very subjective. The results are very subjective, and one can claim that if someone actually scrapes the cervical cells and misses the transformation zone, that actually starts changing because you've been infected to cellular changes, as Dr. said. If you miss the transformation zone, most of the cytologists say that the sample is not adequate for review. So someone can actually be told to repeat it and have the sampling taken from the transformation zone. So that's why we are creating awareness on this, because it shows someone you're at risk of developing cervical cancer. These are available at Pathologist Lancet Kenya branches all over the country. We have over 40 branches in the country. You can walk in and ask for your brush.
Okay.
Take it home and bring it back for testing.
All right, we're talking about the HPV self-test kit. Definitely, ladies, a very informative conversation. Anne Murira, who is a molecular scientist at Lancet Kenya, and of course, Dr. Jane Wakahe, who is a gynecologist and obstetrician. Remember, we are within the Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. That is January, and this whole week, there has been screenings going on around the country in different county hospitals, private hospitals, and of course, public health facilities. And it doesn't stop this week. It should be a routine thing. Screening will actually keep cervical cancer at bay. Thank you for watching AM Live Plus. My name is Gladys Gashanja. Stay with NTV. A lot more coming your way. But for now, we cross over to a normal programming. Stay with us.
Be part of over 40,000 students pursuing and nurturing their career at Moi University. Enroll now. Moi University, the foundation of knowledge.
Changes in programming.
Babe, tuende, yani namaliza almost 1 hour before wewe.
Tunakasirika nimemaliza.
Bahati Reality moves to Monday at 10 p.m.
Fact Finder, the show that puts you in the know.
The BBC Fact Finder will be at 10:30 p.m.
Fact Finder from the BBC.
Lit 360. Mwinga business tinga geri jali makali mapinga.
You can never really appreciate art unless you know the process behind it.
The Lit 360 moves to Wednesday at 10 p.m.
This is going to be a long conversation.
And Press Pass moves to Thursday at 10 p.m.
I have never known of any single time the Kenyan media and the international media came together to tell our lies.
Press Pass. Accountability to the Fourth Estate.
Siasa ya ukabila na chuki na mgawanyiko haitakuweko tena.
Ruto should have the courage to face the president.
Iko shida hapa, iko shida pale, iko matatizo sijui iko na gani.
These are small things, wachana na hizo.
Jihadharini na manabii wa uongo. Wanakuja kwenu wakivalia ngozi ya kondoo.
Hamuwezi kunifukuza ODM ati mkanifuata ati mnanifukuza Jubilee. Kila mtu afanye kazi yake. Kama wewe ni mtu watchman, fanya kazi ya watchman.
There is no need to hurry.
Kuna wakati tutashindana kisiasa, no problem.
Let us finish with BBI.
We all don't have a problem with BBI.
Where do they find the money to go campaigning for a document that has no opposition?
Bora mwisho mwananchi anaamua, leteni.
Betika community is a movement. We started this initiative to support grassroots talent because we want to change and transform lives.
Boli imechange maisha yangu. Boli imefanya nimerudi shule, nimemaliza shule. Hope sana boli itanisaidia.
At Betika we saw the amazing talent that our youth have in football. around Kenya. And we said, what are the challenges that these teams and these young people are facing? And the most immediate need for them was football kits.
Tumepata uniform safi, tutakuwa tunatumia kwa tournament, so tuko ready kupiga shughuli.
Every winning team will take home a cash prize of 200,000. They get to nominate a community project in their area. Our dream is to see our boys playing in those grand soccer stadiums across the world, and we'll be very proud when we see some of our Betikana community players in such tournaments.
Did you know our market capitalization of $9.7 billion makes us a leading African banking group? Absa Group, serving Kenya as Barclays.
NTV, turning on your world.
As you can tell, I'm dressed a little different today. I'm in my workout gear, and that's because we're about to talk about CrossFit. For about, I want to say 2 months now, I have been taking part in the CrossFit workout community and world, and it's been so fascinating to me, and I thought I probably should invite some of you guys to come probably join the CrossFit family. Now I'm here at CrossFit Kwetu, and it's in Gigiri, and we're about to speak to Wilson Wanjohi, who is, listen to this, he was the first level 1 CrossFit trainer in East Africa. Wilson!
I see you again.
Yeah, nice. I mean, I've come a little bit earlier than our usual workout sessions, but it's because I find CrossFit so fascinating that I want to try and help unpack it for those who don't really understand it. Because for me, I feel like I'm still peeling off the layers and trying to understand what is CrossFit.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, I guess let's start with that. What's CrossFit?
So the word to word definition of CrossFit is constantly varied, high intensity functional movement. Constantly varied. So we always vary our workouts.
Constantly varied.
High intensity functional movements.
Okay.
So movements that are multi-joint. Movements that you'll find you're doing outside the gym.
Yeah.
And we incorporate, especially for the main workouts, movements that have the greatest ability to show power.
Okay.
So they can move large loads, long distances fast. That's a mouthful, but...
Yeah, so if we were to break it down even further, from how I understand it, you sort of pick workouts and things from different parts of the active and sports world. So that's why we have these rings from the gymnastics world. We have rowing, we have running.
Yeah. So it's gymnastics, cardio, and weightlifting, Olympic weightlifting.
Okay.
And now under gymnastics, so that's why you have, like you said, the gymnastics rings.
Yeah.
So anything to do with your body weight.
Right.
Which is a lot of skill, self-mastery. Like you'll see we're about to do a muscle up, you'll see that.
Yeah.
We have, so in cardio it could be rowing.
We'll
row in a while,
you make us run.
Yeah. Or skip, all those things.
Yeah.
And then weightlifting, the 2 Olympic lifts, cleans and snatches.
Yeah.
So clean is the heaviest load, the most powerful lift in the world is a clean. You'd use a clean. And the snatch, the fastest lift in the world.
Okay.
But also now under weightlifting, we'll still do disciplines of powerlifting, so bench press, squat, everything that has weight in it, but in a functional manner though.
Yeah. And I love that you step into different worlds and you take that, but the idea is that one, you're trying to push yourself to see how heavy or how fast you can go in a short amount of time. That's essentially what you're saying.
Yeah. So what sets CrossFit apart, I'd say, is intensity. So you see it's in the definition of it's doing something as hard and as fast.
And as quick as possible.
Yeah.
That's why.
For time. So you always check the clock. Every workout you have to check the clock.
That's good, because I've also noted that in as much as we can spend an hour here, it's only about maybe 12-15 minutes that's super intense, and the rest is just warming up your muscles, your body, stretching,
so
and preparing.
Generally we'll have a warm-up, then a skill, so learning a double under or or a muscle up.
Yeah.
Anything skill related.
Yeah.
And then the main workout. That's why you find like 20 minutes there by the end.
Yeah.
But the intensity makes you feel as if it's...
No, it feels like it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
It feels like you've just made me work out for, I mean, literally at the end, I'm usually on the floor. I can't pick myself up.
Or again, a warm up, a strength part, and then the Metcon. It depends.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you were the first
Yes.
to become accredited as a CrossFit trainer, level 1 CrossFit trainer.
Before there was any...
You were the first here, at least in this region. So how did you get to know about the CrossFit world, and how did you even, get that license?
I used to work in a certain gym very close to where we are right now. It was in a hotel. And that hotel used to have loads of military guys, especially the special forces, from abroad coming to sleep there. And I'd see the things they were doing, and there are things that I'd never seen. So like, like a keeping handstand push-up or a muscle up, I'd never seen.
Handstand push-up is like...
So like where I'd kick up into a handstand, and then I lower my head to the ground. And then, so and then the intensity set, it like made the whole difference. So we started, of course, working out together, and then I asked them, what is this thing you guys do? And at the time I was so bored with just being, like an instructor, and I was about to go do my boot camp cert. Because to me, boot camp was more outdoor, it was more functional, But then they told me, this is called CrossFit. Hey, there's a journal, CrossFit Journal online, it's free, you can download it, just have a look, just go through it. And I just loved it from there. And I think it was the next year after I had met them that I went for my level 1.
Wow. You became accredited.
But because it's fitness. You see, CrossFit gives you fitness. CrossFit prepares you for, so fitness demands that you should be ready for anything and everything.
Yeah.
It's not partitioned. It's not like today I'm going to do this part and this part.
Yeah.
Then I'll run on Saturday.
Right.
Or I'll do, and then that's partitioned, that's segmented fitness.
So it's sort of like today's legs, tomorrow's back. We don't do that.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah.
There are days we'll do that, but like intentionally.
Okay.
Like say today we are doing front squats heavy, 5 sets of 6, that's it.
Yeah.
But there are days we'll mix them up.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure is done in normal gyms, in other gyms also, but there's skills you're learning.
Yeah.
You're continually challenging yourself. It's a group setup. There's a camaraderie behind it. It's like a family feeling.
I love, and I feel that. In fact, now that you talked about family, let's go meet the CrossFit family.
Come
on.
They're here.
Hey guys. Oh, look at you acting, sitting nicely, quietly, like good students. All right, so I just want for everyone to introduce themselves and sort of say why you started CrossFit and what it's been like. I'm going to start with you, Sam.
My name is Sam.
Yeah.
I started CrossFit. Why did I start CrossFit was I was looking for something that was different to the normal gym and needed to change a few things in my life with my training style, and I had the advantage of coming to CrossFit, and Wilson has been instrumental in helping me tailor CrossFit to basically my needs.
Right.
So that's when I started and why and how.
When did you say?
So 2 years is basically since when I started first coming to CrossFit, but I haven't really been coming that often until of late.
Okay. And I think what's really interesting is that you get to work so closely with Wilson, because he has to tailor it to your needs, because 25 years ago, is it?
Yeah.
That you
so 25 years ago I had a car accident. I broke my back.
Yeah.
So then I was paralyzed from the waist down, and as a result I can't use my lower limbs, so I can just do everything I do with my arms.
Yeah.
And then inherently that has movements that I can't do that other people are doing.
Right.
So we have to sort of figure it out. So it's called adaptive CrossFit. And we've been working on it and slowly getting better at it. Building.
And I mean, I think there's so much about what you do in your story that's so fascinating. But another really cool part is that you're a rally race car driver.
I do. Yeah, I've started rallying again.
Yeah.
So I've done that for 10 years, and now just again got back into that, doing a slightly different sort of rallying. It's called Rally Raid.
Okay.
So it's like the Dakar style rallying, and hopefully the dream one day is to go to Dakar.
Oh, nice.
So let's see. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Tats.
My name's Tatiana, and I started CrossFit before I got pregnant with Olive, so it's like about 4 years ago.
That's your firstborn daughter?
Before my firstborn. But then I tried to do it on and off while I was pregnant, and then gave birth and then pregnant again, but I couldn't really manage, so I've been doing it consistently for the past 5.5 months.
Okay. And you have two
two
babies.
Two babies.
Who under 2?
Yeah, one's 6 months and one's 2 years.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Lucia?
Yeah, my name is Lucia Rochti. I started CrossFit 1.5 years ago, and I started it due to my swimming career. I am a competitive swimmer, and yeah, through my experience, I've gained a lot of strength, endurance, and yeah.
Do you find that it's helped you with your swimming?
It has definitely
directly
helped me.
impacted.
Yes, it has. Yeah.
So is it that how is that so? I mean, I imagine swimming is different from, and the muscles that are worked out in swimming are different from CrossFit, or is it the same?
No, it's actually the same.
Okay.
Like, I do a lot with my core, my arms and legs. So if I work out here and do pull-ups and everything, it really helps me with my techniques.
Yeah.
And yeah, just endurance in general.
You're like an award-winning, one of like the best swimmers, in the country. Cool.
Yeah.
16. Tiff?
Okay, so yeah, my name is Tiffany. I started like doing CrossFit, but not at the box, like 3 months ago with Wilson, working personally, just doing one-to-ones, and it was like I'd had a child, she's now 3, and just wanted to build core strength really and get fit. Like I couldn't do sit-ups, I couldn't do handstands, so those things were what I wanted to work on. And yeah, when I achieved those goals with Wilson, he told me to try CrossFit. So then this is now my 2nd month at CrossFit.
Second month?
Second month.
But I mean, Tiff, I follow you on Instagram, and those things that you do with such ease, it's insane to me that you just started.
It's like, it's all Wilson.
Yeah,
like,
but before, it's all Wilson, everybody. But before then, were you active at all?
So I'm an ex-swimmer. I'm a swimming coach. So yeah, I've always been active. But after having kids, I sort of tailed off. I didn't do much exercise for like a year and a half. To get back into it, it was really to build core strength and get fitness. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Mariah.
Hi. My name is Mariah. Well, before I did CrossFit, I was like doing off and on gym. So I was in school. So I used to go to the gym every day, try to do some bench press, everything. But it was really boring for me. Like, I find it boring because like you're doing repetitive stuff and there's nothing new. So
yeah, this is like, normal gym now.
This is because it changes every day.
Right.
I like variant stuff where it keeps me going and I'm always challenging myself.
Okay. Wait, so you said that the gym is what you found repetitive, but CrossFit is interesting because it's varied.
Yeah, it's varied. Like, gym got boring, very interesting. Then I started this and I really started enjoying myself. Like, first of all, my mobility wasn't that great, but you know, you work on it, you get there.
Yeah.
And you see the movements and you're just like, yeah, okay, I want to do that.
Yeah. I've seen you do some crazy things with like pull-ups and like the rings and down to like.
Oh yeah, don't forget I started off trying to do them, but I wasn't able to. But I came here, trained every day. Wilson actually helped me to get my first bar muscle up.
Oh, hey, first bar.
Yeah, he taught me most of my gymnastics, so kipping, what. Now, literally, we challenge each other every day on mostly gymnastic stuff.
Oh, cool. And last but not least, we got Raju.
My name is Raju. I started CrossFit about a year and a half back.
Okay.
Just due to my weight and my health conditions, which have really improved. My body fat has gone down.
Yeah.
And well, it's not like any other gym.
Yeah.
It's addictive. So
I agree.
Coaches, we really enjoy doing whatever we do here.
Aww.
That's what I can say.
Wilson, I mean, I think he paid you. You can tell it. Because everyone's just like, if it wasn't for Wilson, my life would. No, but you know what? My name is Sharon, and I started CrossFit almost 2 months ago now, and I have to say I resonate with everything that you're saying. It's about like pushing yourself, and it's great when you have someone who's also pushing you in those moments where you're like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. And it's good to see the kind of varied people who come to CrossFit, and the fact that it's like a family, and there's something so beautiful about this whole workout space that isn't like most gyms, so I like that. Yeah, so are we ready to work out? Yes! Inside, are you really ready, or are you just saying it for ready? All right, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break, but when we come back, we'll get to see what it's like to actually work out with Wilson. We'll see. We'll be back in a moment.
This is Jam Down and we'll be taking you all the way mpaka mwisho wa mwaka. Kama namna gani? Kumbuka pia we have a lot in store for you this year. It's going to be mad. This year is going to be fire. More spice. And I mean more spice. Atakuwa pale na Kaskala kifanya mambo yake.
Kama kawaida tuko area hadi saa 6. Don't go nowhere. #JumpDown.
We'll be giving you the best of reggae and dancehall music right here on NTV. But remember, the hashtag is JumpDownKE.
Molfix breathable surface developed with airsoft technology is very soft and provides the best Molfix skincare.
I found the best diaper for my baby's sensitive skin.
All babies deserve a high quality diaper. You should also try Molfix.
Tusonge mbele na Fiber Mobile. Get a fiber SIM card today and enjoy Tusonge Mbele bundles at affordable prices.
Do your gums hurt? Yeah. Does your toothpaste contain sage, eucalyptus, myrrh, chamomile? All that in one toothpaste? Yes, try Colgate Herbal. Colgate Herbal contains nature's best herbs and Colgate's fluoride technology to give you strong teeth and healthy gums. Ah, Colgate Herbal. Let's go. Colgate Herbal for strong teeth and healthy gums naturally.
Selector. More slices na bei ni ile ile.
Living in a trap house.
I'm here to resign as the official class rep.
Why?
Working for you is difficult.
It's all your fault I messed things up with Don.
Tasha, grow up. I'm not responsible for your pathetic choices in men.
Hizo pesa ulitoa wapi?
Ni job ingine nilikuwa nimefanya.
Na proof iko wapi?
Na hizo weekend bucks, kwani unaenda wapi? Cancel whatever plans you have and meet me in the next 30 minutes.
Mimi sina nguvu na uwezo, wacha huyu ndiye awaambie.
Tell us what?
Something came up, so I have to cancel.
Seriously?
Living in a trap house.
With Lipa na M-Pesa, you get more.
Lipa na M-Pesa.
Every 100 shillings spent on Lipa na M-Pesa earns you an entry into the draw. Do more with Lipa na M-Pesa.
Welcome back, everybody. If you're just joining us, I've gotten the chance to speak to Wilson, who was the first level 1 CrossFit trainer in East Africa. Is that right? And now we're going to get into the workouts, which may or may not be brutal, depending on how Wilson feels.
Let's see.
Do you think, is it going to be brutal or no? But we're good. You possibly brutal. Yeah. He's ready. Okay, so Wilson, why don't you take us through the workout?
Okay, so we have two main workouts. The first one will be 3 rounds for time of 1 legless rope climb. I'll show you what those are. And you have different scales for that. And then we'll have 10 wall balls. I'll show you those. And then we'll have 15 push-ups.
Okay, first round.
First round.
That sounds okay. Yeah, everyone's like, yeah, we're good. Okay, all right.
Once you're done with that, you're going to do now like a high-skill gymnastic kind of a workout with some weight stuff. So 3 rounds for time of a bar muscle up, and I'll show you what that is. So it's just going from a hanging position to a support position. And then 5 hang squat clean. This should be heavy because the reps are few. And then you're going to run out to this total going and coming back will be 250 meters. Scaling that will be, we run outside 200 meters. And my man, Mr. Sam here, is going to be rowing.
Okay.
Okay? So, are we ready for warm-up?
Yes.
What? You're not
Let's
even
do it.
excited.
Woo! The second one. That
So 3 rounds of 10 arm swings, just as far back, then you hug yourself.
Okay.
Arm swings, so hug yourself and then open up forcefully. You should feel that stretch around your chest area. Let's do those 10. Okay, and then 5 broad jumps. So you're going to hinge back, jump as far forward, land with soft knees, and then turn around and do it again. So 5 of those. Soft knees.
So you count that as 1?
Yes, jumping forward is 1. Don't land too low, Tiffany. Not too low.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay, Mariah.
Done. Then with a band, 10 banded pass-throughs. So you grab a hold of this, you spread it apart, take it all the way behind you. You're bending your elbows all the way forward.
Does the size of the band matter?
The thinner, the thin band.
Okay.
Let me put some music. Let me see those pass-throughs.
Yeah. Woo! My hair doesn't want me to live.
She took the very thick one. So you mind changing? David, just give her that one. Yeah. 10 banded pass-throughs. Then again from the top. So 10 dynamic arm swings. Then 5 broad jumps. Bend your elbows, David. Okay, down. Now the next part, which is more specific to what you're about to do, will be 2 rounds of lying to standing from the rope, and then 4 seconds bottom over squat. Sam will be holding a kettlebell here, and then you just press it up. So this is what you want to do. Because you're going to be doing rope climbs in a second, we will do this. Bring this down. So from a standing position, you go all the way down. Shoulders touch. And then back up. 2 of those. Then you hang tight, lift your knees up, and back down. Okay? So just going down and back up twice. There is that rope there, there is that rope there. The rest of us will be holding a goblet squat. Just to open up your hip area, so we squat all the way down. Push your knees out, chest upright, and stay there. 10 seconds.
All right. So actually, Wilson, let me ask this. Why do we need to do the pre-workout before the workout?
So the general warm-up is just to raise your heart rate up, get your blood pumping. But then now I have to get specific, more specific to the movements you're about to do. So it's now a specific word prep.
Okay. So the thing that we did before was just like get your
opening up
heart
your
rate. But this now is to try and get our bodies ready for the main intensity, like the high intensity workout.
Yes. So it's more specific because you're about to do rope climbs.
Okay.
You're about to do squat cleans.
Okay.
So that's why you need to open up our hip area.
Right.
With a goblet, stay down there. If you have tight, like for you, Sharon.
Oh, wow. Why don't you tell everyone? Yeah, tell everyone how I can do a squat. Go on, Wilson.
So if you're tight around your hip area, Achilles tendon, this is a chance for us to open up all those.
Which, by the way, I have the worst Achilles heel, and I can't do a proper squat. And you'll see how Tats and like Tiff, they go all the way down, and I'm just like stuck here, like, hi guys.
Yeah.
And they're like down here.
So that's why.
Okay, got it.
So you have that rope there. We have that one there. You can put that down. If you don't get a rope, just grab yourself a kettlebell and then we go all the way down and hold.
Okay. Oh, okay. I can just put this close to you.
Sorry, I forgot. And 3 slow push-ups. Elbows close to you, all the way down. Chest and knees touching the ground at the same time. And then full arm extension. Down and up. Or kneeling. In any order. Doesn't really. Yeah. So we go. Okay. 10 seconds checking. There. Oh, that is not.
Okay.
10 seconds.
Was it 10 seconds for us too?
10 seconds goblet, then 2 clamps to standing, then 3 very slow push-ups. Track your elbows close to you, Tiffany. Hold it tight, Tatiana. Tatiana should be here. Then knees up.
And then this knees up is how many seconds?
Just
a quick one.
up and down.
Okay.
There, then back down. Okay.
2 or?
Just once.
Just one.
And we go back.
Okay.
Kettlebell, just hold it here. Yeah, so just the head of the kettlebell. Yeah, upside down.
So yeah, 2 down and then 1.
There, then you hold here. Now you just press up and then down. Hold the head itself there.
You actually want me to hold the head?
Yeah. Let your head pass through, then back up again. Tall chest, guys. Push those knees out. Make sure your knees are tracking your toes. Just like 3 reps. Then one more time from the top. So this, push-ups and then this. Then we are
This feels so good. When
elbows close, touch.
I
Tiffany.
can like keep doing it.
Oh, that's high. It's 2 rounds will be enough. You should do 3 rounds. But once you're done, put back your kettlebell.
Okay. All right.
Let's just come closer.
Okay. Sweet. So guys, I just want to ask you a few questions to get to know a little bit about your CrossFit journey, and I've got a mic here. So we can even start. Oh, actually, I'll just pose it to anyone and you guys can answer. But has there ever been a moment where you've been like in the middle of a workout, thought there's just no way. There is no way I'm going to finish this. Like, yeah,
that
girl.
was me yesterday, actually.
Yes.
I came here for like 2 minutes and then I left. But I think.
No, did you really?
Yeah.
Came for 2 minutes and left?
I did, right?
Yeah, she couldn't do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Sometimes I just have like a mental breakdown with like if I'm too stressed or something, and then
Yeah.
I'm just not able to push myself enough. But then it's okay. I mean, at least you showed up, and I think that's like 80% of it.
I think that's a tad back. 80% is just 99% is 1 is finishing.
No, but I think your like mental state really affects you. Affects me.
Yeah.
So when I'm just not in the right mind, sometimes I can't push it. But Wilson really helps me get through it sometimes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, you have your good and bad days, and sometimes
Right.
it's good to take some rest.
Mhm.
You don't have to be here every day. It's like
Yeah.
self-care. You have to take your time.
What about you?
Yes, it's the same thing, especially when I'm doing burpees or wall balls.
Wall balls, yeah.
And of course, Wilson is on the side cheering you on and everything, and
Yeah.
it really gives you extra boost.
Right.
Then at the back of your head, you always think, yeah, no pain, no gain. So
Yeah.
just keep on going. Yeah.
What did you say about Wilson?
Yes.
That's the best.
Hey.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
pain, no gain. Has
Exactly.
anyone here ever just sort of dropped out and decided this week, this month, the next year, Tiff, you're like shaking your head. You've never?
Never, no.
You've never had a timeout like where you're like...
No, like when I come, I don't know, I've got psych, I have to get, if I start something, I have to finish it, like I can't.
Tiffany's here for hours.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
She literally comes in the morning and she's just going to join every class.
Are you serious?
There are days like I've done one class and then gone to another class, yeah.
But you've come from so far. So the past days she couldn't,
Yeah, I've come from far.
Yeah.
I've
Have you
come from
ever
far.
felt like quitting? Have you ever taken a break?
Yes, of course I have.
Yeah.
Most of the running workouts are the worst.
I texted Wilson 2 days ago. I said, listen here, I can't do any of this running stuff you make us do. Tess does that. I just can't.
They're
Give
just
me
very
like the
painful.
weights. I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Everybody else has answered all the questions.
Yeah. So, I mean, the two of you, I think, are like gym. You're Mariah. You're a gym fanatic. You're out here, like, competing with Wilson, I imagine. But have you ever had moments of like, I can't do this? And if you have, how do you get yourself past that?
Maybe during the workouts, and like I'm so sore.
Yeah.
You just hear Wilson out like, "Hey, David, keep on doing it."
Yeah.
And most of the times I also check around and see my partners like they're doing it, so I have to continue and
does that give
finish
you
out the run.
pressure though, when you see like someone like Tiff who says she's not quitting?
Yeah. Like I just get like the morale.
Okay, Mariah.
Well, okay, I felt it during competition. So
Okay.
usually when we have giant competitions, I get stressed a lot.
Yeah.
So there's like during the workout, which is pretty tough, I always feel like dropping out.
Yeah.
Until you look over to the side and you see the rest of them almost also wanting to drop out, and it just keeps you going.
That's good. That you're not even just seeing them like they're out here like, but you see that they're also going through it.
You're in the same boat. You look over and you're like, yeah.
We're all struggling.
It's like there's 12 more to go. It's like,
All right, Sam, curious to hear from you. Have you ever had a moment where you needed a break and you had a mental block?
Well, I'm pretty new to CrossFit, so
Like how new?
I've been coming on and off since the gym started, but really in the last, honestly, it's because for me, CrossFit is a little bit different to everybody else. It has to be tailored to what I do.
Yeah.
I come specifically to work out with Wilson, so I don't really get a chance to not do it because he's on my back, and he'll push me. But I suppose at the same time, I think that's what the overriding factor is with CrossFit. If you've got everybody pushing you along and cheering you along, it kind of helps you get out of that lull where you might be giving up. These guys will cheer you along and push you through. Yeah. So that's the difference between working out on your own in a gym and coming to CrossFit. So
I completely agree. I mean, I haven't been to many gyms in my lifetime, but from the few that I have, from the very few that I have, nothing feels like the CrossFit family and community, and it's almost like everyone knows each other's names. And even as you're working out, it's not just Wilson, because Wilson does a really good job of making sure, like, hey, Sharon, you can do it. Get back down. You just have one more. But also to hear like someone else, like Mariah could be like, come on, or like someone who's just shouting out, like, you can do it. You just have one more. It just makes you feel like, even though you're feeling like it's death, it's not too bad. And that's why I think it's like a really cool community.
And you all suffer together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we all suffer together. We shall suffer. Yeah. Right. So Wilson, do you have like one last? I heard you talking about burpees, something as we go on a break, as we get ready for that.
So I think just to break some ice, we haven't all been in the same class.
Yeah.
So we're going to do this. From that side, I'm going to ask Murat to say his name out loud, and then we'll come down this road. And then please just try to remember that person's name. Okay. Sharon, will you be inside this? Okay. So start with you. Go.
My name is Mariah. My name is David. Roger.
Sharon.
Sam. We all had each other's names.
Yeah.
Mr. X. What's his name?
David.
Oh, wow. Okay. Not bad. What's her name?
Tiffany. Oh, he knows.
What's his name? No, what's his name?
Sam.
Damn it!
Look, we're CrossFit family. We're CrossFit family. We know each other's names.
What's her name?
Lucia. We're good.
Okay, just for the sake of burpees, let's all do 2 burpees. I wanted you guys to do some burpees.
We're gonna do burpees, but we're gonna take a break now. And then when we come back, Wilson will now kill us. And by the way, he enjoys it. He enjoys it. He enjoys making us work out. We'll be back in a moment.
Enjoy making people fit.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Yes.
Siasa ya ukabila na chuki na mgawanyiko haitakuweko tena.
Ruto should have the courage to face the president.
Iko shida hapa, iko shida pale, iko matatizo sijui kona gani. These are small things, wachana na hizo. Jihadharini na manabii wa uongo. Wanakuja kwenu wakivalia ngozi ya kondoo. Hamuwezi kunifukuza ODM ati mkanifuata ati mnanifukuza Jubilee. Kila mtu afanye kazi yake. Kama wewe ni mtu watchman, fanya kazi ya watchman. There is no need to hurry. Kuna wakati tutashindana kisiasa, no problem. Let us finish with BBI. We all don't have a problem with BBI. Where do they find the money to go campaigning for a document that has no opposition? Bora mwisho mwananchi anaamua, leteni.
Lay it on there. Here. There. That's it. Yum. Eat up.
See that? He's finally getting what he deserves.
And beating him up isn't good enough for him. They should have killed him right then and there. Yvonne. Anna, why are you so concerned about Salvador?
I always thought I'd never love someone that way again. But then you showed up. And I learned to love again.
What are you talking about? I overheard your conversation with one of the guards. Maybe you can, tag me along with you?
Who wants to answer? Mary?
Mary has a toothache.
Oh, I see. And who knows why?
Because her tooth is too big.
No, it might be a hole in her tooth called a cavity. That's why I brush twice a day using Colgate. Imagine this is your tooth and these are food acids that cause cavities. Colgate with calcium and fluoride helps prevent cavities for maximum cavity protection. And now available in a 12-gram sachet for fresh breath. Only 15 shillings.
Kisha tusonge mbele, kisha tusonge mbele, kisha tusonge mbele, kisha tusonge mbele, tusonge mbele.
Tusonge mbele na Fiber Mobile. Get a Fiber SIM card today and enjoy Tusonge mbele bundles at affordable prices.
Just move into the weekend where there's something for everyone. For relationship, financial, and travel information, grab the Saturday Magazine. For trendy farming practices and the latest in agricultural technology, read Seeds of Gold every Saturday. Get your gossip and entertainment news in The Buzz every Sunday. For updates on lifestyle hacks, read Lifestyle every Sunday. To keep your child entertained, get Young Nation every Sunday, covering your needs.
It's educative, it's entertaining, it's rewarding, and it is InterSwitch Spark National Science Competition. Now is your time to spark. What instrument is used to measure light intensity in water? The process by which an amino acid loses its amino group is called? What phenomenon prevents raindrops from leaking through an umbrella?
Surface tension.
The product formed when carbon burns in excess supply of oxygen is? An element Y forms an oxide Y2O3. What is the valency of Y? Which super spark is going to make it to the semi-final? The deliberate removal of trees from the forest without replacement. Which element in group 1 exists as a gas at room temperature? Hydrogen. Per unit area of a surface is termed as? Keep it InterSwitch Spark Kenya 1.0.
like I talk it.
This Saturday on Teen Republic Live,
I'm the juice man.
the madly talented Jovi Jove and Butros will be serving some juice, man. The finest Floor Reapers dance crew will be the life of the party. Tune in to catch the latest on everything entertainment and word on the street. With the party DJ in the house, you know it's a bash. Teen Republic, in association with Fanta.
Welcome back, everybody. If you're just joining us, we've been doing a CrossFit workout on television, and Wilson is just about to kill us. Wilson is a CrossFit trainer here at CrossFit Kwetu, and yeah, so now it's the high-intensity workout. And I've got my CrossFit family. Yeah. All right, so Wilson, kill us.
Okay, so the workout is 3 rounds for time off, 1 rope climb, legless. So as you all know, with CrossFit, we have 3 different versions, can even have 4 in the crowd that you have. So the RX, which is the most difficult, the way the workout is meant to be done will be legless rope climb. Mariah, you want to show legless
Hey,
rope climb?
Mariah, come on.
So legless rope climb will be done like this. You can jump as high as you can, you just go without the use of your legs. Just notice how he's using his hips to take his center of mass up. All the way. Once he touches that, he can come down legless. That's what I want. You can also clamp and just come back down. If you can't do that, you're going to use the J hook. So where you lift your arms as high as you can, 1 leg up, clamp, stand and walk your arms. Then again, all the way until you touch that thing, coming down, split your legs, use that friction to help you come down slowly. Or you can maybe clamp and stand halfway up. Remember during the warm-up, the lying and standing? I'll have Lucia show that. Just come close, the one you're going down and then coming back up. So feet wide. This difficult version will be you go down one arm under the other, only your shoulders should touch, hips up, then back up. So that will be the most scaled version. Okay. Next part will be 10 wall balls. Let's just go ahead and grab ourselves a medicine ball. We should be knowing which weight we can use. Just come with it. Some will have you here. Remember the wall. So wall ball is this. Use this one. So men will be using the 9 kg ball, ladies the 6 kgs, but of course you can scale down from there. So some of us have the 4 kg ball. Now you stand like 2 feet from the wall. This should be in front of your head apart from when throwing it. So you start with a squat, remember full depth squat, go all the way down, come up, throw, like that. If you throw it and it makes you collapse, it's too heavy for you, or you're throwing too high. Scaling for that can be just squat, throw up to there.
Okay. But essentially you're trying to get to the yellow line.
Yes.
Okay.
So for men, we want above the yellow lines.
Oh.
For women, on the yellow lines.
Okay.
Again, you don't have to if you're not there yet. Let's just challenge ourselves as much as you can.
Yeah.
Those who are going to be doing 10, then a bar muscle up. This is now the high skill gymnastic move, which is, I don't know what I can do with this. Coming from a hanging position to a support position, just using your hips to drive yourself up. So I'm going to show one, which is there. If you can't do that, you're going to do a chest to bar.
Yeah, I was like, which means most of us, I don't know, Mariah.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
So chest to bar pull up will be, Mariah, go ahead. So you want from a full hang position, arms straight, you pull yourself all the way until the bar comes below this bone, the clavicle. Or chin over bar pull up, which is just chin over. Or we can put bands here to make this easier. Here. So, right, wanna show this? So you step up, put your feet up, so the band just makes you feel lighter. Then you go up, chin over bar, full arm extension. Okay, then the last one is running. Sorry, squat cleans. Squat cleans will be from the ground with the bar, squat, and then come up. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab ourselves the last equipment we need, which is a bar. Okay guys, so we all know what a squat clean is. I won't go in too deep with the technique. Just remember full hip extension. So let me see a nice squat clean. Hang squat clean.
I've never done a squat clean though.
So you're going to start from the low hang, full hip extension, and then you squat all the way down, and then back up. Let me see 5 reps. Full hip extension, keep your elbows high as you squat. Let me see. Start from above your knees. See again, Tiffany. Knees back a bit. Okay, once you're done with that, just keep on building up. I'll give you guys 3 minutes to get to a good challenging starting weight. Okay, so let's go increasing. If you feel the bar is heavy enough for you, just put the blue plates. Okay, starting in a few seconds. Let's go guys, let's go guys. Come on guys, building up. Yeah. Building up guys, have like 2 more minutes. You can start slightly higher, Tiffany.
So I have to say, this is one of the things that I really like about CrossFit, that you don't have to feel like you're pulling or pushing or lifting the exact same thing that everyone else is doing. So you sort of go at your own pace, no one's judging, no one's laughing, no one's trying to be like, oh, I could do that. And if anything, they want you to be better, so that if they see you lifting a heavier weight, they're like, oh, yes,
so
go, do that. And so everyone just sort of has to know what it is that they're doing, which Wilson will write down on the board, and then you just go with like the weights that work for you, or you know, and that's why there's different levels. You sort of graduate to like the pro level and stuff. P.S. Nathan, one of the co-founders of CrossFit, is right there. Hi Nathan. Hi. One of the co-founders.
Okay, so the workout is 1 rope climb, 10 wall balls, 5 bar muscle ups or banded pull-ups, 5 squat cleans, running up the hill. That will be 250 meters. Some will be rowing 100 meters, 100 meters. Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
So since you have only 3 ropes, let's stagger out. Make sure, let's have 3 people starting on the rope climb.
Yeah.
So let's have full. Lucia, you want to go there first? Who will come here?
Okay, I'll go there.
You'll go here. Sam, you want to start on the rope there? Yeah? Okay. Starting the clock. 10 seconds. Huh? Come on, Sam. Okay. Wall balls. I'll stay behind you. It's quite heavy this one, Sam. Quite heavy. Quite heavy, Sam. Yeah, don't throw so high for the first one. Okay. And position in front of your head. Front of your head. Good. Good. Only 5. Done. Pull-ups here. We don't even need this. I'll hold your leg, yeah?
I can just do it.
Sawa. Can you go for 6 reps, full arm extension, straight and completely? Yeah. Come on guys. We're doing 5 squat cleans. Nice, Moriah. Tiff, where are we? Rope climb done. Yeah, just go back to something else. Rowing now, Sam. Oh, the sprint up the hill, Tiffany. Remember the sprint up the hill? Go, yeah, not yet. Outside, up the hill, where you and Tatiana were doing the run. Where are we going, David?
Go everybody, you can do it!
Done. Now. Well done, guys. Just high five each other, please. Pick one person and give them a high five.
Yes! Go Sam. Good job, Tiff. Yeah, Grant. Woohoo! Go Sia. And you too. Good job, guys. Thank you guys so much for allowing us to come in to your workout space and see who's fit, who's like where you are in your like sort of fitness regime.
Can we bring it in?
Yes. Yes. Right.
3, 2, 1.
All right, thank you so much for watching, everybody. We'll be back same time, same place. Have a great day. Remember to be active, whatever it is, whether it's joining the CrossFit family, having Wilson as your trainer, which I highly recommend, or maybe you took the stairs at work today, or you parked your car a little bit further and you walked to wherever you're going. Just be active. Love you. Bye.
Thank you.